Welcome back to the show, Extra Rich. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button next to it so you are notified whenever these videos drop. I drop a video every single day, so make sure you tune in every day, all right? On the menu today, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger on The View with the Traitors. Joy Behar, Sonny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and the crew, all right? Let's jump into it.
Self, you are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant. I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity.
That's facts, and I love how he first off acknowledged that this is the land where you have many opportunities. Even though Sonny Hostin, and you can see, look at Whoopi Goldberg's face, bro. She like, you mother lover. This ain't what you supposed to say. You supposed to say America is terrible for deporting all these illegals. Because if you listen to the way Joy Behar phrased or framed that question, she wanted him to basically stick up for the illegals. You were an immigrant here, so doesn't it just, right? Like, just because he was an immigrant here doesn't mean he has to agree with illegals being allowed to stay here. Actually, I believe there was a poll that I saw last week or earlier this week where most, if not all, I think it was most technically, most people who migrated to this country legally, who went through the process, who got all the papers right, who paid what they had to pay, went through the whole process the proper way. The people who came to this country and did that completely agree with what Donald Trump is doing. They completely agree with deporting the people who are doing it illegally. Because one, it's a slap in the face to the folks who did it the legal way. Dang, you just get to jump the line when I had to wait. I had to pay this money, that money, and wait all these years and go through this process and that process and go from here to here to do and did all this, and you just get to jump the line? That's crazy. That is crazy. And in no other country can you just waltz in. There's some countries, I believe one of the countries is Poland. If you try to get into Poland illegally, you will be put 6 feet in the dirt. Like, they will fire live rounds at you. No BS. I believe it's Poland. Live rounds at you if you try to enter that country illegally. Like, there's countries that do not play. So, like, when people say, well, we should just, no. Every country has laws on immigration. If you went to Mexico and you stayed in Mexico, past what you were supposed to stay, they will deport you. I've watched the video of it, of a young lady who stayed in Mexico past how long she was supposed to stay. And you know what happened? They came and found her. Took her to the immigration office, and they made her buy a ticket that day out of their country. And they were not going to let her leave their office until she bought that ticket. And she bought it, and then they let her go to the airport, and she got up out of there. They ain't playing. They ain't playing around. So for some folks to act like, well, only in America do people deport folks. No. Go to Mexico and try to stay past however long you're supposed to stay. They gonna kick your butt out. You play them games. Go to Poland and try to sneak in illegally. See what happens to you, right? I believe it's Poland. So actually don't go to Poland and try to sneak in illegally, but look up and see what happens. Do your Googles, right? Do your Googles. Look up what happens to people who try to get into Poland illegally. It's crazy, man. That these folks think we just supposed to allow folks to come in here. That's crazy.
World, and it is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech that they asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really
Amazing.
a great, great celebration. And this is what
Amazing. People are going to be sworn in as U.S. citizens officially on the U.S.'s 250th birthday. That is amazing. That is amazing. I love it. And listen, I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there. Listen, for the folks who hate America, leave. If you hate America so much, if America is so terrible, then get to stepping. Like, I don't understand when people who live in America, well, America is so bad, America is so terrible, I hate America. Well, then go to where it's great. Go to where it's great. Go to Russia and go out there and say, well, I hate Russia. This is such a terrible country. I'm protesting on the street, and see what happens to you. Go to China, man. I hate China, man. China, man. I'm protesting on the street. See what happens to you. You'll quickly find out how great you actually had it in America. And that's the thing. That's the thing that I find out with a lot of these folks. They've never actually traveled anywhere. They've never actually really lived, or at bare minimum, talked to someone who's lived in some of these other countries. The freedoms that you have here, there's a lot of other countries where you don't get those freedoms. Even in Europe, places where we would think you have freedoms, they got some crazy freedom of speech laws that they trying to implement over there. With the EU, you say some stuff, man. I believe one of them was you're not allowed to. Oh crap! Now I can't even remember. It was something about praying. Like, you're not allowed to pray. I believe it was an abortion clinic. Like, you're not allowed to pray within like 300 feet of an abortion clinic or something like that. And if you do, you'll be arrested. Peacefully just praying to yourself, just praying. If you do that within 300 feet of an abortion clinic, I believe it's in the UK, you'll go to jail. So even in countries where we think they have a lot of freedom, bro, you do some stuff that you think is just ragdag, you just praying. You could go to jail for it. So that's why I say, I think a lot of these folks need to go travel somewhere. Go to some of these other countries and attempt to do there what you were doing here and see how it plays out for you. And I guarantee you all these folks will have a much better appreciation for America. Guaranteed.
this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can. Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than...
Hold on. Hold on. Y'all got to see this. Sonny Hostin want him to stop with this. Let me move my head about the way. Y'all got to see this. Here, I'm going to put myself up here in this corner, because I want you to see what Sonny Hostin does. Look down here. Look down here on Arnold's left arm as he's saying, these illegals coming here are stupid. You should do things the legal way, and once you do come here, you're still a guest. Watch what happens. She wants him to stop. Like, bro, this ain't part of the script now, Arnold. You're going too far.
Will do everything I can. Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget.
Bro, you can hear Sunny Holston in the background. She wanted to interrupt him so badly. But I 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. And I love that, you know, it seems like he truly loves America and what America has provided for him and his family. So shout out to Arnold, man. Shout out to Arnold. Wasn't he was it mayor or governor in California? Mayor of some city or governor of California? I forgot which one it was, but yeah, shout out to Arnold, man. Shout out to Arnold, the Terminator. Beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. And I 1,000% agree, because when you come to this country, the opportunities that are provided to you that, you know, that you're free to take advantage of, I do believe that you should give something back to this country. I don't think people should just come here, take what we have, and then just ship it all to some other country that they're from, and then just dip out. You should have to contribute to this country in a positive fashion, in a positive way, in some fashion. And I don't mean just clocking into a 9-to-5, because I know somebody's gonna say, well, they had a job, so they contributed to society. No. That's expected of you, right? That's expected. You're expected to work something above and beyond that. Above and beyond that. That's just my humble opinion on it. You know, because when you try to immigrate to some of these other countries, right, it's the same thing. They want to know, well, how are you going to contribute to our society? What is your financial situation? What is your background? Are you going to make our country a better country, or are you going to make it a worse country? They want to know these things when you immigrate to some of these countries. So I believe that we should have the same standards, if not higher standards than that. Like, we want to make sure that you're actually and genuinely contributing, giving back to this country. So that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, shout out to Arnold, man, not giving in to the pressure. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree with Arnold, if you don't agree, why or why not, talk to me. All right. And any other video clips that y'all want me to check out, you can leave them in the comment section, or hit me in the DMs on social media. All of those links are in the description box below. All right. Peace.